That's what's up. I don't really know how to start this. The other day, I was at a cotton field eating chicken flavored watermelon. Really? You think your black supervisor at Morgan Stanley's gonna be happy to see you laughing right here today? Security, please show Clark his way out. He has some job applications to decline back at the office, please. I'm an introvert, man. I'm an introvert. I don't really know how to talk. I keep to myself. That was just an icebreaker, though. But for real though, I was at a cotton field, and I had seen this chicken waddling, right? Bro, y'all gotta let me finish. I was walking through a cotton field the other day, and I had seen this chicken waddling towards me. I'm gonna say it again. I was at a cotton field, and I seen this chicken waddling towards me. What's the joke? I'll tell you. Chickens don't fucking waddle. I don't know how y'all niggas didn't notice that. Yeah, chickens, they like niggas. They just walk normal. They don't waddle, bro, okay? You don't think that's suspicious? You wouldn't be confused if you saw a nigga waddling through Hollywood Boulevard? That's a bad example. You wouldn't be confused if you didn't see a nigga waddling through Hollywood Boulevard? That's a better example. Exactly, right? So I'm gonna say it again. I was at a cotton field the other day. Don't ask why. And I was walking through it like any typical black man would, and I seen a chicken waddling towards me. I'm confused, right? Because I know it's illegal to crossbreed emperor penguins with chickens. You know what I'm saying? Not only is that illegal, that's against the moral compass. You know what I'm saying? That size dynamic in and of itself should constitute as statutory rape to the first degree. So that shouldn't have even been a consideration in my mind at the time. But I was high. So but anyway, back to the story. I'm intrigued. So I try to get a closer look at it, and I realized that this little chicken is injured. Her left wing was drenched in blood, right? So I crouched down to take a closer look, and I see it's like a little bullet wound through her wing. And so she's just limping. She's waddling out of pain, right? Yeah. So I crouch down, just try and get a closer look at it. And that's when she suddenly, she just falls into my arms. She just falls into my arms almost as though she needs like a hug. And I was, at this point, I'm mad uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask for this. You trauma dumping me and shit. I just wanted to see how, I just wanted a status report. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm stuck. So I'm like, okay, well shit. Now we both gotta make it work. I realized as she's in my arms, her body's shivering, you know what I mean? Vigorously, you know what I'm saying? Like strongly. And her body's extremely cold. So I realized that her body was going through a fever, trying to fight off whatever infections and stuff that bullet wound had caused her. So at this point, I'm like, damn, bro, shit. Okay. Now, unfortunately, because I'm black, I forgot to take my daily medication of salt cakes and sugar water. So at that point, I just started to have withdrawals and shit, because, if our cholesterol and blood pressure levels aren't at nuclear missile heights, our bodies just start to withdraw. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's how it works, apparently. So I start to have a psychotic breakdown, you know what I'm saying? With this dying chicken in front of me, in the fatal grasp of my arms, in what could be her final moments, in the middle of a cotton field, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, so I don't dwell on it, but I'm like, shit, okay, so now, I'm still going through my withdrawals and shit, so I can't really focus, because, my brain's going all over the place and shit. I'm kind of tweaking out and shit with this chicken, so we both going through it. But, that at that point, I had this flashback of when I was in high school, and then I remember this lesson my nurse had told me before we smashed. She had said, over an open wound, you want to apply pressure on it, you know what I'm saying, to prevent infection and blood loss. So at that point, I had realized, oh, okay, this is how I can save this chicken's life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to snap out of this. I need to snap out of it. You know what I'm saying? So immediately I take off my shirt, I wrap it up, and try to use it as a tourniquet over the wing. You know what I mean? And as I'm wrapping it up, the chicken looks up. She looks up, painfully, like as though it hurts just lifting her neck and shit. This shit's not funny. And I'm just like, oh my God, what's the matter? Like, you okay? And she, birds can't talk, so they gotta communicate in other ethereal ways and shit. So she looks up in my eyes, I look back at hers, and then I kid you not, this bird just started crying, yo. I've never seen a bird cry before. Those tears were from 400 years of oppression, slavery, and mutilation. All right. I already knew it. Just the way that she was shaking and shit, I could tell. You know what I'm saying? So, and it wasn't until then that I truly realized what her tears was saying, what she was conveying to me. It was saying, we the real chickens of Israel. We the eggs of Abraham. That's been eaten for 400 years in a farm that's not theirs. Damn. And she lets out one final chirp before I feel her body go completely still. She closes her eyes. Now, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, right? I mean, who would do something like that? Who would torment an innocent animal like that? You know what I'm saying? Why? What happened to human decency? Right? Now, at this point, the bird has passed away. I'm still in awe, on my knees with her lifeless body in my arms. And I'm kind of breaking down, tears is flowing. But it wasn't until that moment that I realized why God put me in that cotton field that day. Does anybody know what the definition of halal is? Okay. Well, for those that don't, that's just a fancy word for fate. Fancy word for fate. And, it was destiny that this bird would fly into the mouth of a shirtless black man in a cotton field. It was destiny. I want you to know that. It was fate. She wouldn't have wanted it any other way. You think I'm gonna let a white man tamper with her? Who the fuck you think shot her in the first place, nigga? I'd rather it be me than him. You know what I'm saying? She died a peaceful death because I embraced her to the end. You know what I'm saying? I was there. And because of that, as a reward, God has bestowed me a meal that will last me for several weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of God. You know what I'm saying? I'm sleeping on her. But then suddenly, I heard a shotgun cock. I look up and I see a white man in a KFC uniform with a 12-gauge shotgun pointed at my chest. Now, first of all, I know that in hindsight this may seem racist, but you gotta look at it from the white man's perspective in this case. He sees a shirtless, 6-foot, muscle-toned chocolate warrior with a dead chicken in his arms. In a cotton field, right? Whether he wanted to point that shotgun at me was out of the question, nigga. It's DNA at this point, you know what I'm saying? His ancestors acting autonomously now at this point. He ain't got no control, you know what I'm saying? So I say, sorry, I ain't mean to trespass your property, sir. I'm gonna leave right now. And that's when he says, nigga, get your black ass back in the kitchen and cook up some potato salad. Hey, my name is Redemption Knock Knock, man. My time is up. Hey, thank y'all.